Engine power falling rapidly. It's negative. Impossible.
Engine room, this is the bridge. Report.
What are they doing down
What's
there?
happened?
The Neversite's draining the ship's power!
Disengage it at once.
I want that
We're
number
trying to
3
go
unit
back.
seal.
Let me in.
Critical in 300. Cascade failure.
Ashe, let's go.
All I have done, I've ever thought of Dalmasca first.
I know you do. I would ne'er gainsay your loyalty.
Look on what my haste has wrought. Did I act too quick? Or was your return too late? I can serve her no more. You must take up my charge.
I guess this is a good time to say, hey people, welcome back to my, this is XII, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XII International. And this might get a little dicey.
Now.
Is that what you call this?
Look at that, it just destroyed that entire fleet of airships. Except us, because we're us.
What's that?
What is that?
I think it's the Dawn Shard.
How does that look like the
What are
Dawn
we
Shard?
waiting for?
I mean, that's a stone that we just got. That's a giant bubble. That doesn't look like the Dawn Shard. I never understood that. Like, how does something that big make you think it's the Dawn Shard? I don't know. Do I have water? I had a drop, and that was all my throat needed. So here we have basically...
The dreadnought Leviathan is sunk. The 8th fleet of the Archadian Imperial Army lost.
It's like a catch-up of what's happening now.
As word of the events in the yacht sounded throughout the Empire, quit I Bujerba, citing sudden malady.
Now, the one who's saying
My
this...
true motive, to bring the various counter-imperial forces scattered throughout Ivalice together in unified resistance.
The one who's saying this is the Marquis Andor, who's the leader of the Sky City of Bujerba, just so you know.
By this time, Lady Ashe had made her return to Rabanastre. She had not, however, made known her presence. Rather, she was content with keeping both her own whereabouts and those of the Dawn Shard concealed. Had she chosen then to go before her people, my error in announcing her suicide would be known, to the great detriment of my efforts to assemble a resistance.
Basically, Ashe went back to Rabanastre. Everyone thinks she's still dead, so that's like,
in such
if you want to get through that
the Lady Ashe
stuff.
then found herself. Even were she to proclaim Dalmasca restored, it would serve only to invite the Empire's wrath.
Yep.
Though Arcadia had lost her 8th fleet, she remained, as ever, a military power with which to be reckoned.
Memoirs of Marquis Halim Andor IV, Chapter 16, Biting Time. And yeah, we'll get those occasionally. I like to call them like diary entries, or I think in my Final Fantasy wiki walkthrough I call them text messages or something, but yeah, they're nothing too important, just like, kind of like Al-Islam's role in Final Fantasy Tactics. He sort of just like, serves as like a catch-up in case you're not getting what's going on yet. They're not really that, I don't know. I don't like them too much, but they don't happen that often. So, yeah, we're all good. This is Arcadia, it's the capital of Arcadia. I love it here. Really, it's like one of my favorite areas in the game, and we'll be getting here eventually. It's a pretty nice place. It reminds me of like Coruscant in Star Wars. I gotta watch Star Wars again. I haven't seen Star Wars in I don't know how long. But yeah, it's a great...
The Rosarian
Yeah, actually,
assembles a vast host under guise of martial exercise.
Here, I'll talk after this cutscene about it.
It
About
is
the whole
our
Star
belief
Wars
they
thing.
wait for the proper pretext. the sooner to make their strike against Arcadia.
This is the Senate. Now, these Senate people...
The loss of Leviathan and her fleet at such a time comes as a most grievous blow.
They're kinda corrupt.
Were Azaria to invade, the battle would be hard fought. Had Lord Vayne not deployed the fleet so capriciously, we would not now find ourselves in such perilous circumstance.
Lord Vayne shall be made to answer for his actions. It is the will of the Senate. Excellency, though he be your son, justice must be
This is one of those
served.
cutscenes that you're not really going to understand until you've played a game.
A convenient thing, justice.
Until you've played the game more than once.
I must now make a choice between my throne and my son. A most lamentable situation for us all.
I got more water.
For Lord Vayne, perhaps. Yet surely Lord Larsa will make for a fine emperor.
Larsa, an emperor?
Larsa so adores his brother, and he is yet young. But he will not remain young forever. Already he busies himself unraveling Lord Vayne's tangled skein. Lord Larsa has found his role to play and pursues it with some enthusiasm.
I guess.
Ah, yes. And who would set him at such tasks?
That's the emperor, by the way, if you didn't know.
What matter? Lord Vayne himself once saw his elder brothers brought to like justice, did he not? At your Excellency's behest, as I recall.
I guess Vayne killed his older brothers.
You may put yourself at ease, Lord Gramis. So long as the Senate watches over her, Arcadia's well-being will ever be ensured.
Okay.
By your will, I shall bid Vayne return to Arcades.
Yeah, this is one of those cutscenes that you're really not going to understand until you've played the game more than once. I mean, at least that's how it was for me. But anyway, the whole Star Wars thing. Today, when I was at school, in my psychology class, which is the first class of the day, I'm working on a psych project on this guy. We have to, like, diagnose him and everything. But my two group members are Alan Whitlaw and Nick Bryant. Because that's who I ended up with. I mean, they're okay people, but Nick Bryant had this t-shirt on, that was like, it was like an advertisement to the original Star Wars movie. It was kind of funny, because, like, the movie ticket it said was, like, $0.25. Just makes me think, like, how much, like, inflation has happened since, like, way back then. Now, this cutscene, I'm not really sure. I think this cutscene is more like a dream, because this cutscene takes place in an area that we haven't gotten to yet. So maybe it's like as they're traveling back, they pass through this area, I guess? I'm not sure. I think it's more like it's in Ashe's head, this particular cutscene. We will get to this area later. This is it's an optional area, but it's a pretty important optional area. At least in comparison to the others. So I don't know. That cutscene, that's still, it quirks me sometimes. It's weird. But here's our load times. We're back in Rabanastre, I guess.
So, it was the Dawn Shard that brought down the Imperial fleet.
You know your stuff.
Destructive power of such force. I've seen it once before. Lady Ashe,
4 days.
You know of what I speak.
Nabudis.
The capital of Old Nebradia, Lord Rassler's fatherland. At the time of the invasion, a division of Imperials entered the city. There was a mighty explosion. Friend and foe died alike.
Ouch.
Something was there. One of the Dynast King's relics. The Midlight Shard was in Nebradia.
More Nethicite.
And I have water.
Well, no wonder they invaded.
That ridiculous war. The trap at the treaty signing. All this because Vayne wanted power.
I guess.
He must not be allowed to claim the Nethicite. The Empire must never hold it.
Oh, they already do. The Dusk Shard? Most likely the Midlight Shard.
Yeah, there's more than one shard. There's not
Besides,
just the Dawn
can't they
Shard.
manufacture Nethicite now?
Very well. Then the path set before us is clear. We'll use the Dawn Shard to fight them. Dalmasca does not forget kindness, nor ill deed done. With sword in hand, she aids her allies. Sword in hand, she lays to rest her foes. This nethicite I hold must be my sword. I will avenge those who have died, and the Empire will know remorse.
You bet! God, that's an amazing quote right there. Seriously, this is why I love Ashe, because she is amazing.
You even know how to use it?
The Garif may know. The Garif people live by the old ways. Magicite lore is a part of their culture. They may hear it. The cry of the Nethicite's power. Whispers of the stone's menace.
Dangerous though it be, what we need now is power. Should we declare Dalmasca free without the means to defend our claim, the Empire would crush us. You must take me to meet with the Garif.
They live beyond Osman Plain.
So we gotta travel there.
Not exactly close.
Compensation, is that what you want?
Straight to the point, aren't we? I like that. Compensation. How about the ring?
This? Isn't there something else?
Her wedding ring, huh?
No one's forcing you.
That's pretty harsh, Balthier. Although Ashe does something pretty sneaky. I'm not gonna say it, but if you know what it is, you know, more power to you.
I'll give it back to you as soon as I find something more valuable.
What do you mean something more valuable?
Hard to say. I'll know when I find it. What is it you want, Vaughn? What are you looking for?
Me? What am I looking for?
I'm looking for better tab animations.
Well, you know.
Yeah, poor Vaughn. Don't worry, you'll have your time. Anyway, for now, after our load time, we're gonna learn on what we have to do. Now, the map that's gonna be shown here, it's gonna be kind of in Japanese because not everything was translated in this patch. But I'll basically, like, as I edit, I'll say the names of the locations in the video, like in the editing.
The Garif are said to dwell in Kirwan.
That's Rabanastre.
So they do. We'll need to head south, past the Giza Plains.
It is the rains now in Giza. The wadis will be swollen with the deluge. Passage may be difficult.
But those same waters may also lay open new routes to us.
Regardless, we must go south, yes?
First things first. You're eager to be on your way, I know. But we should see that we're prepared before setting out.
Prepared?
I made my resolve 2 years ago. I swore to overcome any hardship I may face.
Man cannot live by resolve alone, Princess.
Oh, who's that? Oh, it's just fun. Okay, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so, in the next part, we will be finally getting into the real gameplay, like the real meat and potatoes of Final Fantasy XII. Doing some of the hunts, getting some experience, doing some shopping, getting some more gil. All that and more. But for now, let's just check this shop really fast. This is the clan provisioner shop. He's right now only selling gauntlets and oil. I guess we could buy oil. Nah, I'm gonna wait because I kind of want to save my guild because I want to buy something in the next video. So anyway, if you like this part, rate, comment, subscribe. I will see you next time. This is like a lot of cutscenes these past 2 videos. I'm sorry about that, but we can't really do much about that. Like I said, these cutscenes are kind of not very well spaced out, but you know what can you do? It's a great game. So yeah, I'll see you next time, and you guys are awesome. Bye, everybody.